at all.
Anemona, is this what I think it is?
So you remember, you promised that we would have a tea party after the war was over.
Yes, I did promise that before I left. I can't believe you still remember. I'm sorry, Anemona. I should have been the one to invite you. This was very thoughtful of you.
Yes. After I told Yufa about the idea, she prepared this lovely meal for us.
During the war, she'd always find a way to make scarce rations into something delicious.
You were always too busy playing outside with boys to learn how to.
Was it really necessary to bring that up in front of Adol of all people?
What's wrong?
Yes. I am curious to know how it would be to feel the world like the both of you.
Feel the world?
Yes. I am only a doll. There are many things I do not understand. The warmth of the sunlight, the gentle breeze of the wind, the aroma of this tea before us. I wish to feel it too, and to learn more about this world that you two love so dearly.
Anemona.
I am not used to having thoughts like this. Are they good thoughts? Or are they bad thoughts? I am only a doll. As such, I should not be having these thoughts to begin with.
You've grown up, Anemona.
Rosvita.
I think having those thoughts are what makes one human. I wonder... Could it be that the thing you were searching for wasn't me, but your own self?
Oh. I remember. When Papa's alchemy experiment failed, I lost my soul. And as punishment, I was separated from you.
You've been through a lot, Anemona. But you found what you lost, and you're finally with me again.
Oh.
Welcome home, Anemona. My best friend in the whole world.
I am home, Rosvita.
Thank you for bringing her home, Adol. You're the reason I was able to keep my promise to Anemona.
I wish to thank you too. It is as if there was a haze within me that has now lifted. Rosvita is right. I was really searching for my own self this whole time. You have my deepest gratitude, Adol.
I hope you don't mind coming out here with me at a time like this. I wanted to talk to you about something I didn't want anyone else to hear.
You mean...
How did you know? I guess you know me better than I thought. You already know I'm adopted, right? Well, I haven't told my siblings yet. I was planning on telling them when things weren't so chaotic. But I've been so preoccupied with work and taking care of them. I'm scared knowing that time is getting closer by the day. I'm not sure how they'll react when they find out I'm not their real sister. Yeah. And on top of that, we all recently found out that we're homunculi. Not only do I have to tell them that I'm not their real sister, but also that I'm not a real human. I don't want them to be afraid of me. Sorry, Adol. I didn't mean to unload on you like this. But I'm also too scared to tell Felix. You're the only one I can talk to. Huh. I never thought about it like that.
Aha! Caught you cheating!
Ood?
Hey, Adol. What are you two up to? Hope it's not something Felix would be worried about.
What? You're not gonna cry, are you? Well, I wasn't really gonna tell Felix.
Hey, Ood. Let's say, hypothetically, what if I wasn't your real sister? If I wasn't related to you at all? What would you do?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Can you just answer the question, Ood?
I guess I'd be pretty surprised.
I see.
But nothing else would really change.
Huh? But, hypothetically, you'd have been living with someone who was lying to you. Wouldn't you feel betrayed? Maybe not want to live with me anymore?
Nope. You've been working hard to take care of us on your own, in place of Mom and Dad. You ask me, that's what a real family's all about, blood-related or not. You could be a Roman or a Monstrum for all I care. You'll always be our sister, Yufa. No matter what.
Ood.
What? Are you still hung up about not being related to us?
Ood, how did you know?
You see, well, hypothetically, remember when you used to have a diary?
Don't tell me you read it! I can't believe you! There are things about Felix in there!
Well, it's your own fault for leaving it on the table instead of putting it away. You're the one who's always telling us to put our stuff away. By the way, Mark knows too. But Elle doesn't really seem to get it either way.
You... Ood! Why, you little...
Whoa!
Hey! Get back here, young man! I'm going to crush you with a really, really big hug!
Ew, gross! Get away from me! Go do that with Felix!
Hey! Yeah, you were right. Thanks again, Adol.
Would you fill that bucket with water? Hail, venerated king of gods, Grimnir. The land air, wind, and spirit of Glia. This day marks the forthcoming of our greatest tribulation. I beseech thee, bless our battle and thy land with thy protection.
This is...
Yes, though it is a simplified version. I perform it every year to hone my conviction and sharpen my focus. You've experienced encounters with gods in other lands, haven't you? As it so happens, I've had a similar experience myself.
You mean...
It happened quite a long time ago. At a time when I was still known as Rosvita, I grew up in a modest village. All the villagers were passionate devotees of the Norse religion. I led a peaceful life there until the day I nearly died pulling a drowning child from the river. That was when I met the King of Gods. The weight of his presence was boundless. In exchange for saving my life, Grimnir imparted a mission unto me. He tasked me with expelling the forces of the god who opposed him. That god was Luki, and the forces blessed by him were Bratai's army. To realize my mission, I volunteered for the Glian army. It was there I met my companions. Yes, but in today's world, it is known as a war between nations, not gods. After 100 years of war, Bratai no longer had the morale to continue their losing battle. It was at this time when the gods Grimnir and Luki were both slain upon the other's blade. In the chaos, I was deceived by the King of Bratai, and sentenced to death by burning. After that, the Norse religion in Glia was gradually superseded by the Hieroglyph Church. That was my life. My past as Rosvita. I cannot change my actions, nor do I have any desire to. My only wish now is to continue protecting the land that my companions fought for. I am beholden to them for leaving the war in their hands.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting that response from you. I would have believed it if it were Krysha or Yufa. I'm the reason you're involved in all of this. I don't deserve your gratitude. Oh, please. I'm not accustomed to such flattery. But I don't mind the sound of it coming from you. Hold out your hand, Adol. Grimnir gave that to me. It's an emblem of authority given to the leader of the demigods who fought the Grimwald Nox. But most of its power has faded. I want you to have it, Adol.
Yeah.
I know you will. It's not my intention to burden you, Adol. If something were to happen to me...
Hey, there they are.
What brings all of you here? Were you looking for us?
Yes. We began to worry after you two had not returned. We traced your footsteps here.
What have you two been doing so far away from town? We can't take our eyes off of you for 1 minute, can we?
Guess the Saint's more human than we thought.
What are you on about?
Stop it, you guys. We're just glad that you're both safe. Wow. The view of Balduq from up here is incredible.
You can feel the energy from the festival even from here.
Whoa! I can see my fields! And look, the Colosseum!
You can see that far? Trying to spot Felix? I guess there's no stopping a cow in love.
Love? That's rich coming from a violent, runaway bird brain!
Can we stop wasting our time with this nonsense?
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Oh. I was just reminiscing about some very dear friends of mine. Listen up, Monstrums. We're all going to pray to Grimnir to watch over us in the next battle. I know. How about we do some last-minute training? We need to be at our very best.
Bastard. All right.
Hey, whose side are you on anyway?
I haven't even told Archie about this yet. Could you do me a favor and keep it a secret from her? Mr. Burling spoke to me just before he went home for the day. He told me that I could work at the workshop if I wanted to, like my dad. He said he wanted to support my dream of having a workshop of my own. And he's willing to train me until I'm good enough. I do want to take him up on it. But it'd be selfish of me. You see, my sister and I have always been together. But I can't just force her to come with me. But she has her own future. And her own dreams.
Well,
Really? I never had to make important decisions like this when Dad was still around. Good thing Archie isn't here. I must look like such an idiot right now. But I get it. The right thing to do would be to just tell her.
Oh, Tito! There you are! Hello, Adol. Hello, Tito.
Archie! What, and Anemona? What are you two doing here?
I learned something about you after regaining my memories. After I told Archie about it, she wanted to tell you right away.
Yeah! Anemona told me you're an alchemist, Tito.
I'm a... what? An alchemist? Isn't that what that Zola guy was? What does this mean?
The blacksmithing techniques passed down by your family are derived from alchemy. Papa specializes in human souls, while your family specialized in metals. Papa told me about these blacksmith alchemists 500 years ago. Your techniques involve unusual components that other blacksmiths do not use, correct? Your hammer and anvils must have been reinforced with magic.
Now that you mention it, we do use materials that other artisans don't, like brimstone and cinnabar.
Ooh, I get it. Daddy and Tito were always the odd ones out, and that's why.
You mean you knew and didn't say anything?
Your family's blacksmithing techniques were passed down many generations. It is to be expected that they would forget their 500-year-old origins with time.
I see. It does explain all the weird things that happen sometimes when I work. It actually explains a lot of things. Thanks for letting us know, Anemona. I'll need to be careful about these techniques from now on.
Hey, Tito. Were you and Adol talking to each other before we came? What were you talking about? You looked really serious.
Oh, yeah, well, it was, about you, actually. I wanted to talk to you about something. Mr. Burling. He invited me to go work with him in his workshop on Artisan Lane. It's just that, you can't come with me, RJ. RJ?
Sheesh, Tito. Is that what you were stressing out about? Of course I'm coming with you, silly. Who's gonna take care of you, huh?
But what about...
You're not the only one with a dream, you know. I'm gonna work at your workshop too, and then I'm gonna find myself a man to marry. So don't worry about me, okay? We can both follow our dreams.
RJ... Okay, it's a deal. But, you know, I'm not gonna just let any guy near my sister.
Hey! You said I could have my own dreams!
Yup, I guess that settles that. The workshop thing, at least. I've gotta let Mr. Burling know that I'm gonna take him up on his offer. I'm gonna be as good as my dad someday. Just you wait and see. Thanks for the advice, Adel.
Whatever it is you aspire to do, I wish you both the best.
I hope I didn't make you wait, my dear Adol. There's something I wanted to give you. I don't know if I'll have another chance. Here you are. Isn't the gladiator carving so elegant and fierce? That's the first medallion I ever won after I became a gladiator once upon a time. It was a good luck charm that I held very dear. There's no need to hesitate. I suppose it would be difficult for you to accept it after hearing all of that. But I insist that you have it, Adol. And I'm certain that it works. You can take that to the bank. If I didn't, I wouldn't have retired looking this immaculate.
You mean...
It is, but you need it more than I do. When I saw you carried in from the prison, unconscious, I was surprised at how upset the sight made me, despite having been through hell and back myself. It reminded me of a companion whom I owed for saving my life. It just goes to show how much you all mean to me. It's a shame that it took almost losing you for me to understand that. Don't be. It's my job to worry about my darlings. You're the heart of the dandelion, Adol. If I can do my part and keep you safe, then I'm sure we'll all be just fine. I sincerely believe in you. No matter what comes to pass, just be sure to come home, okay? Now that you understand, take this medallion without another word out of you. You be sure to take good care of it, okay, Adol, my darling?
Now then, the ritual has been completed according to the Norse scriptures. You may pick one of the nuts now, Silhouette.
Yes, Professor. It's finally happening.
That's right. We must place our utmost faith in the ancient Norse traditions.
Yes. I just need to have faith. If this is the only method the professor could find, then I believe in him. Okay. Ugh, it tastes like grass.
Never mind the taste. Have your eyes been healed?
I don't feel any different. Let me try removing my mask. It's so amazing, Professor! The sky and the trees. Oh, it's all so vibrant and colorful.
Thank the gods! It's a success! Oh, we finally did it, Silhouette!
Yes, we did, Professor! I don't know how long it's been since I've seen the world for how it truly is. I never imagined it would be this beautiful. You're right, Adol. I can finally be free of this heavy mask.
I'm glad all that research into the ancient Norse customs paid off. It seems my hypothesis was accurate. You are a descendant of Norse oracles. We succeeded in suppressing their extraordinary power residing within you.
Oh, I don't really understand all that complicated history stuff. All I know is that it wouldn't have been possible without you both. Huh? That's odd. Everything's turning red again. Adol! Watch out! Behind you! Phew. Good work, Adol. Professor, what does this mean? My eyes... they're back to how they were.
It appears as though the effects of the nut were only temporary. I failed. I should not have been so quick to assume success. I have no other leads from the scriptures aside from this. I'm terribly sorry, Silhouette.
You don't need to be, Professor. You've already done so much for me. We know that these nuts work. I can just eat one if I ever feel like taking off my mask. So, don't get down on yourself, okay?
Your kindness is enough to give anyone comfort, Silhouette. But I won't quit. We'll find a way to cure you for good. Our next plan requires you, Adol, to annihilate all the Lemiris right away.
I'm sure Adol would have already done so if it were that simple.
Yeah, you do have a point.
But it makes me happy that you're working so hard for me, Professor. It's true that if all the Lemiris went away, nobody would have to fight them anymore. And if there was even the slightest chance that were possible, I'm sure that you would be the one who could do it, Adol. So, I'm going to do my best to keep helping you.
What's wrong?
What? Don't look at me like that. Just thought I'd say thanks. Cut the crap. You know, at the Colosseum. I'm usually against thanking people for doing things I didn't ask for. But I figured I owed it to you two. Anyway, take it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me. You think? I still haven't given up looking for a decent place to kick the bucket. But I guess I do feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. You can sleep easy knowing I ain't gonna be losing control and slicing people up anymore.
Well...
Lisa, what does she have to do with anything? Fine. I guess I do owe you an explanation. But it's not gonna be the answer you were hoping to hear. Lisa cared about me more than I deserved. She always listened whenever I had something to say, even the trivial things. Thinking back on it, this power of mine awakened after she died. If she were still alive, I'd probably be having a drink or two with her right now. Shadowlord too. Guess this is what happens to people who get too close to me. That goes for you too, Adol. Don't say I didn't warn you. After our duel at the arena, I think I learned a thing or two about you. And now I found a new appreciation for fighting. That super Grimwald Nox or whatever can't come soon enough. Personally, I don't have a problem with this curse sticking around. Huh? Guess I've never given it much thought. But traveling and fighting like you doesn't sound so bad to me.
Then...
You're kidding, right? That's a hard pass. I'm just gonna enjoy the upcoming fight. I'll figure out the rest when it comes.
Now, Adol, is this your card? No? Then, how about this one? Very well. Now, if you will just add the two numbers together... Nonsense. It's a simple trick anybody can learn with time. I'm glad I'm taking the time to pick up some new hobbies while I can still be Parks. To tell you the truth, I wanted to discuss one other thing. I wished to express my gratitude to you for allowing me to remain as Parks and for treating me as such. I found a great many things that I would never have found as the Cardinal. And most of all, I thank you for saving a friend of mine. If you'd allow me the sentiment, I consider you a friend as well.
Yes.
I appreciate that, Adol. Balduk's future is still uncertain. I will secure the full capacity of the Roman army to ensure the safety of these citizens. As my friend, you have my full support, so you can focus on what you need to do.
Nice wind blowing today. It's been a while since Arthur got to fly as he pleased. My final mission is now complete. It wouldn't have been possible were it not for you. It doesn't feel right to celebrate on the eve of your upcoming battle. Still, it's good to have someone to share this with. With the Cardinal watching over the princess, I can retire with peace of mind. All that remains is to repay what I owe to all of you. After that, I wouldn't mind going somewhere quiet, far away from here. Just me and Arthur. Huh? It is. At least the tiring part. I've accomplished enough missions to last a few lifetimes. I started when I was just a kid, and now I'm done with it for good. There's nothing left for me to do.
Then...
Something new. Come to think of it, I've never considered doing anything else. But you make a good point. The end of one thing marks the beginning to another. I envy your insight, the things you must have seen on your travels. But knowing the way you see the world, it reassures me that there's something out there waiting for me. Of course, so I'll have to wait until Balduke's future is safe. What do you think, Arthur? Where would you like to go after this is all over?
Yeah.
Oh, would you get a load of this spread?
It all really does look amazing.
The presentation, the colors, it's all absolutely gorgeous. I've got a thing or two to learn.
I can't remember the last year I celebrated the Victory Day Festival. Thank you for the invitation, Adol. You didn't need to do this. I was only repaying a debt I owed to you.
Please, Dr. Noah, you must try some.
Thank you. I think I will. Oh, this flavor. It tastes like...
I'm surprised you could tell right away. And now, the other guest of honor has arrived.
Sorry I took so long, Jules. I brought the rest of the food you asked for. Oh, my.
Pamela! Is that you?
Smirnoff? Oh, my dear Smirnoff, it really is you! Thank goodness you're safe. It really was you I saw in town. You look a little tired, but I'm glad you seem well otherwise.
I'm sorry, Pamela. I know how worried you must have been after I left without saying anything.
Not at all, my dear. I knew you must have had a good reason. I'm guessing it's still not time for you to come home. Am I right?
Yes.
That's okay. You do what you need to do. I can wait a little longer. In return, eat as much as you can tonight so you get the nutrition you need.
Pamela.
Oh, I love happy endings.
By the way, did Jules' mother make all of this wonderful food by herself?
Jules had a hand in helping her cook. He certainly is a gentleman at heart.
It really is delicious. I'll have to brush up on my own cooking.
Look at Dad. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Serves him right. Thank you, Adol. Tonight was a success. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. I made some extra while I was helping my mom, so I thought I'd give it to you as thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was before I became a monstrum. But while I was visiting the city once, I overheard something that intrigued me. A rumor about an adventurer named Adol the Red who traveled the world. Ever since I first heard about him, it made me want to live my life to the fullest. That's why I wrote my nails in the coffin. Yeah, so thanks, Adol. I'm glad I had a chance to finally meet you.
Ugh, that should do it. Thanks a bunch, Adol. Just look at it. The Dandelion's really come a long way. It wasn't long ago when it was just an empty building. Then we made a few friends. And now, it's one of the local favorites. Don't thank me. Everyone did their fair share. It's not often we get to stay put in one city for this long. The Monstrums, the prisoners, the townspeople, a whole lot of fine folk here. I'll admit, I appreciate the occasional change of scenery from the usual oceans and mountains. You of all people would understand that the most, huh? It's a great city, but it's got its share of problems, like the Grimwald Nox and the Monstrum Curse. But we're all in this together. Not just you and me, but all our pals at the Dandelion. One thing at a time. Right, Adol? Hey, Adol, you okay?
No.
Okay, but take it easy, yeah? You probably haven't fully recovered yet. You should get some rest. I'm not sure how our adventure is gonna pan out this time. But no matter what comes at us, we'll beat it somehow, like we always do. There's still so much to see out there. So many adventures await me.
Yeah.
Right back at you. Let's get through this in one piece, Adol.
There's a method to smoking cigars. First, inhale the smoke slowly and deeply, and continue breathing through your nose. Roll the smoke inside your mouth. Let the flavor settle on your tongue. There's not a single crease or blemish on that face of yours, Adol. It might be several more years before you'll appreciate a good smoke. On a different note, you may have seen this around the city. It seems the Bells of Freedom have taken up the mantle of local militia. They're providing security at the festival, even patrolling the city for crime. They're doing a good job at that, considering they were intended as a stand-in for the Knights. The people acknowledge that, and who knows, maybe they'll stick around. And you know who made that possible? You did, Adol. We are all grateful to you.
No.
Humble as ever. That's what I like about you. Glia is on the cusp of change. And I believe that change will bring about a brighter future for this city. Oh, Adol, you've been traveling for many years, haven't you? I've often speculated how Glia compares to the rest of the world. As one who isn't a native Glian, what is your impression of it? Is that so? What is it about the people that you like? That's a wonderful perspective. It fills this old bag with pride, knowing the young ones treasure the city in their own way. If you wouldn't mind, I would love to hear of your other unforgettable adventures. Your tales would pair nicely with these fine cigars.
His name can't be inscribed here, but this is the perfect spot. He'll have a view of the city he loved so dearly. Master Shadowlord. Are you okay? Yeah. I can't can't believe this is how I would say farewell to you. I wish I could have said it to you in person. I wish I could have said a lot of things. Until now, all I wanted to do was surpass you as a knight. Now that's never going to happen. Not that it would have happened anyway. I'll carry on the promise between you and my brother, so you can rest easy now. I hope the two of you are up there, laughing together like you always did. Thank you, Master Shadowlord, for everything you have done. Thanks for keeping me company, Adel. To be honest, I'm not sure what's going to happen to the Knights. All we can do is wait on the outcome of the negotiations between Rom and the Church. Regardless of the outcome, I'll continue walking my own path. I want to be someone Shadowlord and my brother can be proud of. I won't flounder about like a coward anymore. And the first thing I'm going to do, Adel, is give you my unconditional support until your fight has been won. I swear it, upon my sword and my soul.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Iris has to show us. Do you know anything about it at all?
Gramps, Adol, thank you for waiting. So, what do you think? You better say it looks good, or I'll stab your eyes out! Of course it does. Chante made it special, just for yours truly.
That was very generous of him. But if Chante was the one who made it for you, then does that mean you're...
That's correct. From now on, I'll be working at the Dandelion. I'm hanging up my hat as an assassin. I'm putting it all behind me, along with my royal title. It was just a name anyway.
That's a very big decision, Iris.
Yes. After coming to the Dandelion, I've since learned the error of my ways. I blame the Romans for everything bad that happened to me. And I spent my life running. But I'm done with that. I want to start living for myself, like all of you are. Starting from now, I'm just going to be plain old Iris.
Good for you. I support your decision. I think it's a much better job for you than being an assassin.
Yes, I think you are right.
Though I hope you don't think you're getting out of receiving a proper education. I understand that you can read and write, but there's much to learn about the world.
Ugh.
And if you're going to work here, you'll need to learn etiquette as well. Be sure to address Chante with respect. He is your manager now.
Now you sound just like the overbearing goody two-shoes who raised me. Sort of. His real work was doing some kind of black market trading or whatever. He only taught me self-defense, so it was useless for getting my revenge. I found out later, he never intended to teach me how to be an assassin in the first place. As a favor to someone who died before I was born. The one who entrusted me to him.
I see. It must have been difficult for you to part with him. You should be grateful to your parents and the man who took you in. Because of them, you have the opportunity to live an honest life.
See what I mean? Overbearing! If you piss me off, I will gut you.
I thought you retired from being an assassin.
Yes, I did. But... Oh, by the way, I made something for you two. You had better stay put until I get back.
Ah, this tea looks excellent. Shall we, Adol? This tea is rather invigorating.
Gotcha, losers! I spiked it with the hottest spices from his spawny. I may not be an assassin anymore, but I never said I was going to be some law-abiding citizen. You had better watch what you eat around here, too.
You sure got us good. But I do hope you'll keep these practical jokes to a minimum.
Why do you look so on edge, Adol? I'm not planning any dastardly deeds today. Hey, do you remember that jewel I took? After analyzing it, I discovered that it dates back to the 100 Years' War. I can't wait to go back for the rest. Drink up! I'm buying today. Oh, how can someone so cute be so boring? Come on, Adol. We make a good team, don't we? It'll be fun. We'll find a way in, take the treasure, and be out of there. Nobody will miss it.
No.
Is it now? And if I told you not to go on one of your adventures, would you listen? I admit I find that the more dangerous the situation, the more exciting it is. We're two peas in a pod, you and I. Don't you think? I've been meaning to ask you something, Adol. What went through your mind when you found out about the other you? Did it ever occur to you that you still might not even be the real Adol? What if the real Adol's still out there somewhere? Hmm?
What's wrong?
Hmm? Oh, no. I was just thinking about what you said. Money was the reason I started stealing, but it wasn't the reason I kept doing it. There's a part of me that pines for a thrill, even if I don't get a single gold coin out of it. You're a fascinating man. You know that, Adol Kristen? I wonder, what other escapades you've gotten yourself into? Is it true that you don't keep the treasures and legendary weapons you find? Next time, you should just give them to me. I'll find you a good buyer on the black market.
Please don't go. Adol. Oh, Adol? Good morning. Oh no! Did I fall asleep? I'm sorry.
But what a relief. I had a dream that you left somewhere without us. But then I woke up and here you are.
Well...
That's okay. We were just a bit startled when you fainted in the restricted sector. Hey, Adol. You're gonna leave when the curse is gone, aren't you? I've been doing my best to help everyone break the curse. But when Zola told us we didn't have to fight anymore, I was sad. It was this curse that brought us together. What if it was actually a blessing? I was afraid that if this blessing went away, you wouldn't stay with me anymore. I'm sorry, Adol. If only it would never end.
Huh?
What? Did I say that out loud? Well, oh, I know! You've got to slap me, Adol! I can't! First I fall asleep, then I start spouting nonsense. I've got to pull myself together. Dogi said that nothing makes for a better pick-me-up than a good slap on the cheeks. So please, Adol. Huh? That's not what I meant, silly. You're too nice, Adol. But that's what I like about you. I've been feeling out of sorts lately. You fell unconscious. My sister was taken. And on top of that, I'm still having trouble believing that I'm a homunculus. But I'll keep my chin up. You helped me realize how brave and strong I could really be. And because of that, I finally gained Father's approval. I have to repay the favor. I'll do my best to help you too.
What did you want to tell us?
If it's something stupid, I'm gonna have myself some fried salamander tonight.
No, 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 no. Why don't we all calm down? The matter I wish to discuss is the oath I made to all of you.
Oath? I don't recall you making a promise to us.
He must be talking about the past. A promise he made to us during the 100 Years' War, perhaps.
Anemona, mon ami. That is exactly right. You see, I am a spirit sent here by the King of Gods, Kremnir himself. I was once like you. I fought against the Monstrum Nox alongside spirits and demigods. But regrettably, after the Hieroglyph Church took over, people no longer believe in spirits. It is so sad. But I am the only one left, because the fishermen like me very much.
It's too bad the decline of the Norse religion caused the spirits to disappear.
And then you humans make the homunculi to replace us. And I thought to myself, who do these humans think they are to take the jobs of the spirits? May, generation after generation, I watched as you died over and over. And I was so sad to see the Saint lose herself over time. I got sick of it, so I revealed myself and made an oath to all of you. I vowed to watch over you with what power I had left as long as you kept fighting.
You mean you've been keeping that promise for 500 years?
Keeping a promise for so long is truly a sign of dedication.
I still can't believe I'm talking to a giant newt. But you're not a bad guy after all.
Thank you, Sir Morbihan. On behalf of all the homunculi that came before us, too.
Oh, the honor is all mine. Alas, I only wish I could do more. I used to be very worried about you all, but now I am not so worried. I do not mean you as homunculi. I mean you as people living real lives. We all have the Crimson King to thank for that. Ah, I have something for you that I kept safe for the original heroes. Tiens, it is yours now.
Is that from the 100 Years' War?
Oh, mais oui! I am sure you'll put it to good use. All I ask in return is that you show me your beautiful faces tomorrow as well.